bigger than the Brooklyn Bridge. You're bigger than the Brooklyn Bridge. Say something. Thoughts? Okay, it's just sitting there. Good morning, everyone. Apologies for the bangs again. I didn't bother styling them today because I'm not really leaving the house. Brooklyn Bridge is behind me today. Going on a longer walk because of the nicer weather with Kuma. Today's video, I think, should be a little fun. We are going straight into works in progress right after this. I'm starting a new production cycle, so you may or may not see some of that. In our studio, we basically only glaze every 6 weeks, which means that every 6 weeks, I start a new cycle. This production cycle, I am trying to refill some of my more classic options. So my UFO plant pot, some column planters, basically some larger stuff. So there will be some larger things there. Can you sit? Okay. Or just walk past me. Something I'm also looking forward to in this video, so if you watch to the end, is the Chinese New Year celebration in New York, anything that I participated in this year at least. I grew up in the Midwest in a Chinese American household, but we didn't live anywhere near a city that was that we were able to go to very quickly for celebrations. So a lot of what I experienced is actually like what I saw on TV, but not what I experienced in real life. So every year I try to kind of experience it as much as I can this year. He's bigger than the Brooklyn Bridge. You're bigger than the Brooklyn Bridge. Go, man. Say something. Thoughts? He's on alert for a dog that we saw recently, but we're trying to hide. Hello, everyone. It is a Monday when I'm recording this. Had a very eventful weekend, so I didn't really have much time to stop into the studio and do what I really need to do, but today was a very long day in the studio. I got a bunch of pieces ready for bisque, and then I had an extra hour before I needed to be anywhere, so I threw as many pieces as I could in that hour. So let me just show you. So I really liked the mossy planter size, like the size of that cylinder, so I just threw, I guess, 5 more of those here. Threw a little bowl to test the size and the weight. I want to make some sets with these, kind of miniature versions of those strawberry bowls, but I haven't gotten to that yet, so I was just testing the shape here. And then this, I just poked it. Oh no, my nail. It's okay. I threw this, it's just a regular cereal bowl size, and I'm thinking of making kind of a sample piece with this one. No specific goal here, but just wanted to see things that I could do in an hour, and now I gotta go. All right, don't mind the bangs because they're not styled today since I'm home all day. But do you ever just wake up and want to redo your entire website? Because that's what I wanted to do today. Let me show you what I have. So my goal today was pretty much only to add videos to my page. And this website hasn't really changed a lot over the past year. I've only had it for about 1.5 years. But in general, it's been pretty much the same. So, you know, I have my shop page, which has some categories, has all my pieces that are currently available. I has an about page, it has a contact page. I did add this videos page, which links to my YouTube channel. And then I also added like the latest in the feed down below. So very simple, very straightforward. It's just an online presence, basically. And today I was like, you know, it looks okay. It looks okay, but it could be better. It could be a lot better. So, wow, okay. My hair is really flat here. Basically, I made these graphics for the YouTube videos like 2 or 3 months ago, which is what I would call the latest development in the branding of the practice. And that does not match what I've done previously for the branding, right at the beginning of kind of starting the publicizing of my pieces. And that does not match what I want the website to look like in the future. So I think my goal is I'm going to create a little mock-up of what I want the website to be. It's going to be basically a mini version of my new brand kit, because I'm not going to go through and do a whole ass brand kit right now. I just don't have the time. And then we're gonna try and get this website up and running in like a week or so, the new one, which means I have to take my other one down, which is fine because I don't have like a big shop release anytime soon. So I guess I should also note that I'm not changing any of my logos or my colors or anything like that. I'm basically just going to be changing the visual identity of it. So like any little accoutrements or like any accessorizing graphics and how I represent the photos, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. If anyone was seriously interested in how I make this website, I basically use WooCommerce and WordPress as a bundle. They have a pretty well integrated system for that. Right, so this kind of work is what I do as part of my day-to-day, doing website mockups and that kind of stuff. So this is pretty fast for me. Basically, I have this idea where I want to use the background, which is similar to my videos, and simplify the heading a little bit, and then make these kinds of boxes that can be a sort of gallery. I put an example of an image there. And I really want the website to be more of a gallery piece. So this was maybe like a 10-minute mock-up, super quick, super fast, just so I can get my ideas on paper. And then I'm going to start building, and my goal is to get this done in 2 days. 2 days. Editing Selena here. I just realized I never showed you that I finished the website. And it wasn't in 2 days, it was in like 5 days, but that's because 3 of those 5 days I was out of the ceramics office, as you might say. So here's the website. Ta-da! I would have done just like a screen capture and a recording narration over, but it's too much work right now. I don't know if you can really see in this, but the background matches the background in the cards in my video. The nav bar is more or less the same content, Selena Ceramics, shop videos about contact, same thing. But the homepage, I think I really like created a nice gallery. So I have all these images that I use for like recording, like documenting my commissions or like just a single product listing or something like that. So I was like, I might as well use them for something. And I think it's nice to be able to send this website to people and have them see like a gallery of my best work or most recent work. So that's what this is. You know, I got my strawberry bowls as my most recent work, Butterbell, a lot of some other stuff. I'm in incognito mode, which is why the form isn't coming up, but there should be a form here. And then all these other things, you know, my octopus, my blessed octopus, and then some video stuff. So overall, more or less the same, but you know, it's better now. One downside of being a designer and developer when it comes to websites is I tend to kind of iterate while I'm building the site, which is really not what you're supposed to do. But because I'm also one person, it's fine. Like I'm really the only person that's gonna care about this stuff. So the mock-up doesn't really look like the final product, but I'm actually okay with that because I feel like because I did the mock-up so quickly, the final product was tweaked a little bit and made a little better. So you can sort of see that the heading, like the background of the nav bar is different, the width is different, like, you know, it's just a little better in the final product. So if this was like for a client, I would have basically followed the mock-up to a T because that's what they approved. But I, as the sole owner of this business, love moving the goalposts for myself. So here we are. I definitely said this in a previous clip, I'm pretty sure, but I use WooCommerce and I use WordPress to create the site. It's essentially one of the WordPress, I think it's the 2025 template, and I use a butt ton of custom CSS basically to make it happen. But this is what we do. This is what we do for a living, so we might as well do it for ceramics. I'm pretty pleased with this. Like I do send this website out in like the newsletter and to connections and stuff, and when someone asks me what my website is, but you know, it was always like oh, this is just a place for me to sell stuff, and now I feel like it's much more of a gallery. It's a little bit more professional, so I'm loving it, loving it. I hope you guys love it too. Please go visit and subscribe to the newsletter if you haven't. I guess while I'm here, I should just do my high-low what do you know, right? I'm trying to shorten this section a little bit because I feel like it makes my videos go kind of long. So a high this week, which is a success or a positive experience. Actually, you know what? I want to do reverse. I want to do a what do you know first. So my what do you know fact is that Chinese New Year is here. It's the year of the horse, but I am technically a rat, even though I was born in '97. I'm year of the rat because technically my Chinese birthday was before the Chinese New Year. I was born before the Chinese New Year that year, so technically I'm a rat, which is the '96 zodiac. My low is that I've just been having a tough time motivating myself to journal. It's something that I have been really passionate about recently in the past year, and I'm trying very hard to do it more consistently. Can you come back here? But I feel like sometimes I have like almost too much on my mind or not enough on my mind, and I just like there's almost like a issue where I just can't put that many thoughts into words. So that's when sometimes like a prompt is helpful. But you know, whatever. My high is Chinese New Year, obviously. Wishing you all a very healthy new year, lots of wealth and prosperity. I picked another high because obviously Chinese New Year is sort of part of this video already. But I'm really enjoying this book called Jade City. It's like a contemporary, I would call it a contemporary fantasy. No, I wouldn't call it like high fantasy, but it's definitely contemporary fantasy. It has like a bit of magic in it. And I'm not done with it yet, but it's been a nice like refresh in between like the kind of trashier books that I end up consuming. Okay, and Kuma's getting antsy, so we're gonna go and see you guys next time. Okay, bye!